So I actually got this cloth from the dollar store, and I figured this would be perfect to use as like a prayer cloth, a cloth for when I do my tarot card readings, my oracle card readings, or whenever I'm doing something that's, you know, where I want to manifest something. So this is like my manifestation cloth, and you can definitely put it outside during a full moon, a new moon, whatever you want to kind of get some of that energy infused into the cloth, but it's for ritual purposes. So I got this from the Dollar Tree as well, this heart-shaped glass container. So I'm gonna put that down, and you really don't need a lot to do a spiritual bath. I know that some people like to put a whole lot of stuff in it, but really you can keep it super simple. So I have some Epsom salt. Get this from the beauty section of the Dollar Tree. It's just magnesium sulfate is what it is, the main ingredient. And I also have some pink Himalayan salt. Now you can use the pink Himalayan salt that they have at the Dollar Tree, or you can get the kosher sea salt that they have. So I like to use Himalayan just because I love the color of it, I like the way it looks, the aesthetic of it all. But really you can just start your spiritual bath out with just these two items. So you want about 2 cups of the Epsom salt. Let's say that's about 2 cups. You can see it's really pretty and white. And as you're doing this, as you're preparing your spiritual bath, just take your time to really think about what you want to release while you're doing this bath. What do you want to accomplish from it? For me, I would say my intentions is to live. I feel like the healing, I've been healing, I've been growing, I do all that. But right now my focus is to just really live in the moment and find ways to really focus on doing that. And seeing what might be stopping me from doing that. So that's what I'm thinking about as I am preparing this spiritual bath. So that's about 2 cups right there. Still have a decent amount left. And then as far as how much salt you want to use, I would say anywhere from like maybe half of a cup to a cup of salt. And I'm going to use my heart-shaped tablespoon just because that's what we're going for here. So you can definitely, like I said, it doesn't necessarily matter. I know some people are very much into the actual ingredients, which I do agree. You know, they hold energy. All of these herbs that you might add to it hold energy. Crystals you might use hold energy, but honestly, you all, this is not working. But anyways, honestly, you are the energy. Everything is within you. And these external things that we use, they're just an external reflection of what we already possess, what we already have. And they're just a good reminder. Sometimes it helps if you just aren't there yet spiritually or mentally. It's good to use these things, but really we already have this energy within us. So I'm just taking some time to, not to say that these things are not healing, that certain herbs and salts and things are not healing to us. They definitely are. Like, we need water, right? We need food, we need sustenance, but our body really takes care of itself. Our soul really takes care of itself, and these things help us. So don't get too gung-ho on the actual ingredients, but these ingredients are definitely going to help. The Epsom salt is going to help to relax your muscles. It's going to help to open them up so that you can add in what you want to add in. They can release certain tension within the muscles. You can add in certain properties into your muscles, into your body. The salt is very cleansing of the body. Salt does hold protection as well. So that's what we have there. You can definitely just leave it at this. You can hold this, put your intentions into it, cover it up with some saran wrap or just with a little top or something, and put it out in the full moon. Let it charge under a full moon. Get the energy from that full moon. Then do your spiritual bath the next day. Or you can go a little bit further. So keeping with the Dollar Tree theme, I have some essential oils. So this is lavender. It's just lavender. I think it does have some carrier oil, which is good. It has sweet almond oil as a carrier oil, which is really good. So you can definitely put this directly on your skin because it already has a carrier oil in it. And then this one is a mixture. It has lavender, orange, basil, grapefruit, eucalyptus, and almond. So you can use one or the other. I'm gonna try the mix. Why not? So I got this in the beauty section as well. Oh gosh, I should just open this up on camera. I mean off camera. But I got this in the beauty section as well. Sometimes they have it like on a little end cap. If you wanted to just do more like a relaxing bath, because a spiritual bath is not necessarily relaxing, like let me just soak in the bubbles type of bath, like you're in there to get some work done. But lavender will relax you. It also stimulates your third eye, your crown chakra, so it's going to get into those higher chakras and helps you to open up some things so that you can really tap into the spiritual realm and do your work, right? So lavender will definitely help with that. And it helps with lucid dreams too, because it's going into the third eye and the crown chakra. So it's definitely going to help with that if you want to put your intentions in that. And you can also still hold the oil, put your intention into the oil, what you're looking to do. You can say it out loud, you can say affirmations, you can have visualizations, and just basically put your energy into what you are using. Similar to when you're cooking food, you're putting your energy into the food using your hands. If you're feeling good and you're cooking food, it's going to turn out good. If you're rushing and you're doing all this, it might not be that good. Your stomach might actually start hurting after you eat it. But if you're really putting that attention and love and time and good energy into it, it could be a peanut butter sandwich. It might be the best, most healing peanut butter sandwich you ever had in your life, right? So that's the same thing when we're using certain external things for within our spiritual practice. So I got the oil. I'm just gonna kind of warm it up in my hands, and I would say you can definitely use just a full vial of it. You can add this directly to the bath, but I want to add it to, I'm gonna do 2 vials. I'm gonna add it into the salt because I want it to really get its energy. I really don't want to get this all over my hands. I'm about to get to work soon, so I'm gonna just use this. I probably shouldn't use metal, but it is what it is. Wood would probably be, I mean, like a wooden spoon would definitely be better. You know what, I'm gonna have to use my hands. Gotta use your hands, you know, you really gotta put your energy into it. Oh, I spilled some. That's how we got our cloth down. It's okay. And again, say your affirmations out loud to yourself. Bless what you're working with. Bless these ingredients. Smells yummy. Making sure there's nothing random in there because I'm picking up stuff from off of this fabric. I don't want any fabric in there. So you can stop right there. Or you can go even further. So the Dollar Tree definitely has like some herbs and spices that you can use. I did find that they had some rosemary. I put it in this really pretty container that I got from the Dollar Tree as well. So freaking pretty. They had like a yellow, I think an orange, maybe a blue. And this is the rosemary. Rosemary definitely helps with memory, bring certain things up that need to come up. It's for the root chakra. Rosemary is just a beautiful herb to work with. Now you can get herbs the low outside of the Dollar Tree from different places. You can also add some cinnamon to this, which I will be adding off camera. I just don't feel like running to go get it. But adding cinnamon to this would be really, really good. It's something that's spicy, something that's gonna help those lower 3 chakras. And spiritual baths in general help to cleanse all the chakras, helps to cleanse the whole aura field. But adding in certain elements that are specific for certain chakras, like the lavender, orange is going to help with your solar plexus chakra, eucalyptus, the root chakra, grapefruit, solar plexus, sacral. The basil, I would say, would be the heart chakra, because that's what's all in this oil right here. That's definitely going to do like double the work. And then we can add that cinnamon for the earthiness of it, as well as kind of like the sensual energy of it all. Cinnamon is spicy, so it's going to help to just speed up the process as well. Put some action, some fire behind it, even some masculine energy, because we want to have a balance of masculine and feminine energy when we're working to manifest something. because we hold both energies within us no matter what you identify as. So that's that. You can leave it in here. Like I said, charge it under a full moon and leave it just like this. Or you can add, transfer it to a jar like this. This is where I got from Dollar Tree. I think it's so stinking cute. And this could be like your spiritual bath jar. And what you can do is you can write on the bottom with a Sharpie. You can write, you know, I'm releasing all that is not serving of me. I'm happy to let go of what I no longer need. You can put something on the inside like, I trust that as I make room for more things within my life, I'll attract more of what fits me and what I need for the moment. Whatever. You could write that into here, whatever type of intentions you want. You can then transfer this into the jar, let it sit under the full moon, and every every month for the full moon, you can create a spiritual bath for that moon, for that cycle, for that time. And you can even store it and use it a later date. You don't have to do a spiritual bath with every full moon, but you can make the actual solution or the actual bath components. You can make those under a full moon and save it for whenever you feel like, you know what, I need to do a spiritual bath, or I have the time to do a spiritual bath, whatever the case may be. You can use it for a later date. You can use it as a gift for somebody. If you feel like you've been telling your friend, because actually I made a spiritual bath under a full moon, and I actually gave it to one of my really good friends as a gift, because I kept telling her, do a spiritual bath, do a spiritual bath, and she was like, ah. So I just made the ingredients. I would have put a lot of energy into it, and I gave it to her as a gift. So that's something you can do as well. And like I said, I'm gonna add some cinnamon. That's gonna definitely amp some things up. That's gonna add a whole nother layer. They also have like pumpkin pie spice during this time of the year, like fall season. They should have ground sage that you can add to your spiritual bath components. And then something else you can do if you just want to have a spiritual bath that might help you to just, if you just really like your energy has been super low, or you just been really tired, or you just feel like you just need some extra love, get you some chamomile tea. Now of course you can drink it. This is from the Dollar Tree. You can drink it, or you can take about 3 or 4 bags of these, put them in your bath, and let them steep within the bath and go into the spiritual bath along with this mixture. Just keep in mind when you do add herbs to your spiritual bath, once you get out of the bath, it might be a hot mess up in there. So you can either add them to your solution like we did right here, or you can put them like in a little baggie, like a mesh bag. Close that little small mesh bag. If you buy crystals from me, I typically send mesh bags to everybody that sells, that buys crystals. Typically, it just depends. But little mesh bags like that, put them in there, and then that way you can just take the bag out instead of having to clean your tub and all this like pieces of like rosemary and stuff is all over your bath, and it's gonna be like, oh, I don't feel like doing this. Or if you don't have a freaking little baggie, you can put them in, like, I know people don't wear pantyhose anymore, right? But you can put them like in there. You can find, like, if you have cheesecloth around your house, even if you have like one of those T-ball strainers, like if you have loose tea and you have those little T-ball strainers, you can put them in there and put that in your bath just to help with making the cleanup process easier. Because if you know you're doing the bath and you know afterwards it's going to be a hot mess and you're not going to feel like cleansing it, it's going to make the bath like less enjoyable, I should say, because you're like, oh, after this I got to do all this cleaning. Like usually after your spiritual bath, you're extremely drained and you need to just go straight to sleep. So yeah, make it as easy for yourself as possible. So again, all you need is some Epsom salt, some salt, either the pink Himalayan or the sea salt. Like I said, they do have a kosher sea salt. You can add in some oils if you like, as well as some different herbs and spices depending on what exactly you're looking to release or manifest, what you're working on for your spiritual bath. And if you want, you can use some chamomile tea. I believe they also have peppermint tea that you can steep with. And peppermint is a really refreshing, invigorating energy. It helps to, it just brings like that freshness. If you know anything about crystals, I akin peppermint to like a green aventurine, like adventure and newness and just like bright energy is peppermint. Peppermint also, I believe, would help with the lower chakras as well, and maybe even the heart chakra. And it grows so fast. When you look at mint in nature, mint takes over everything. So that is energy too that you can be bringing into your spiritual bath. Maybe you just wanted to just take over and invigorate your whole body and awaken your entire spirit. And they do have peppermint oil. Now I want to do a freaking peppermint spiritual bath. That sounds super invigorating. You might be tingling a little bit after that, okay? But you can do a nice massage with your skin while you're in the tub. Really getting that tension out of your muscles with that peppermint in there, and like rubbing the bag over your skin too while you're in there. That might be really nice. But chamomile is very calming. It is very calming energy. They do have peppermint. I think those are only two teas that I would say, like herbal teas, that they have. So that's that. And I love the idea of making this into your spiritual bath jar. I'm definitely gonna do that for myself, and maybe I'll insert pictures afterwards. But yeah, do this, you all. Do the work. It's so easy. So total, this was what, 1, 2, if you just wanted to get one oil, so that's $3. You don't have to buy a container. You have containers at home. If you want to get the tea, that's another $1, $2, $3, $4. If you want to get the jar, that's $5. So it's literally like nothing, a few bucks to do it. You can do it at any age, any income. And this is enough for a whole bath. You might even have enough for like 1.5 baths, because this is like maybe a cup left in here. So I hope you liked the video. Let me know down below if you want to see more videos like this, or what kind of ideas you have in mind. Thank you all so much for watching. Peace. Hey you all, so it's been about a day or two since I made my mixture, and I wanted to add some more intentions into my bath. So I looked up some letting go affirmations, and I really like, why am I saying like the affirmations? And I really like this one, like, I am ready to move on now. I think that's a really good one. Hopefully you all can see it. I am in control of my feelings and emotions. I know how to self-regulate my emotions to feel better. I am careful about where I spend my energy, and I vow to never waste my precious energy on anger. Okay, I kind of like the anger part, because that's definitely something I want to get rid of. It's like that lower vibration. I like this one. I exchanged my shame and anger for self-love and self-compassion. Oh, okay. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use, I am ready to move on now. Don't know if you can see it, but this the second one down, I am ready to move on now. I'm going to use that. Well, first off, what I want to do is cleanse the actual jar. So of course you can clean it out, rinse it out, let it dry out. I'm also going to use just some Palo Santo. You can definitely use sage. You can burn some rosemary. You can burn cedar. You can use singing bowls. You can use all of that to cleanse it, or you can just hold it and cleanse it. But to me, this invites newness. Like, as we're letting go, we're not just creating a void, we're also inviting newness. So on the inside of our jar, gonna put, I am ready to move on now. So I put, I am ready to move on now. And I always like to put thank you, because as you're letting something go, to me it's important to honor the fact that what you once had in your life was in your life for a reason. It served a purpose. It was there for a lesson. It was there for even a contrast to show you, like, this is how it could be. What do you want? That's like the contrast. It's there. Sometimes things happen or things occur, same thing as things happening, not necessarily for you, but so that you can be a testament for someone else, so that you can be able to inspire someone else, be able to help heal someone else. So it's not always about us. I think it's very seldom just about us. It's about the collective. So definitely honor your past, honor it, And that's so important when it comes to healing, is to not allowing yourself to feel like every time you think about it, you just put yourself back into a space of like pain or regret or shame, anger, things like that, because all of that happened for a reason. My mom says it all the time, said it all the time when I was growing up. I hated when she said it, but y'all, that's the truest, realest, illest quote I ever heard when it comes to just acceptance of life, is that it's happening for a reason. And when sometimes we can't see it, we can't really see. Sometimes it takes years for you to see it. Sometimes it takes someone else telling you or showing you in order for you to see it. But always honor where you came from. Otherwise, you're going to find yourself back in that same predicament and be in the same mindset because you haven't looked at it differently. If that makes any sense. So on the bottom, let's see, what quote am I going to use on the bottom? I'm going to put, I exchange my, I'm going to do it like a circle. So let me do it like this. Oh, of course I talk so dang on much, my Sharpie ran out. So I'm going to put this cover on here. Hopefully it can regain some of its juice. If not, this is what we're going to work with. So got my mixture. It's so pretty and pink, and you got some of the rosemary in there. It's gorgeous. I love it. Let's see if you can see it. Okay, I'm gonna add in some cinnamon. I really want to bring in some action, some masculine. I feel like cinnamon is like a mixture of masculine and feminine energy. It's fiery, but yet it's warm and it's sensual. I guess that's masculine still. But anyhow, bringing that in there. And cinnamon comes from a tree. So for me, this is something that's gonna last, right? It's warmth and stability that will last. It's joy that will last. It's the fire that will last. It's not just gonna be a little spark of fire. No, this is something that's gonna last. And when I say like spark of fire or warmth, I'm really talking about comfortability. Being comfortable with myself, my surroundings, my life right now at this moment. Not being caught too much in the past, not being caught too much in the future, but really allowing myself to be present and enjoying exactly what is here and now. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Now you can use a funnel. They do sell funnels at the Dollar Tree. I think my kids was playing with this because this feels sticky. They probably were, but anyways, let me put down my cloth so in case it falls, I can catch it with my cloth. Now at this point, if you want, you can definitely start to add some of the crystals that you like to use that might correlate to what you like wanting to let go of or bring into your life with your spiritual bath. Of course, I don't think they sell crystals at the Dollar Tree. I definitely sell them on my site, and I'm sure you have some around your home. But let me go grab some, like Christmassy colors. But I got some black tourmaline, of course, some red jasper to help with the cinnamon, that activation, that fiery energy, as well as protection. Some rose quartz for compassion and love, acceptance, understanding, and heart chakra energy. Green aventurine for new adventures and joys, luck, as well as heart chakra energy, opening up that heart, allowing myself to heal myself through opening my heart, through releasing past trauma, through just opening myself up to whatever is here for me. Even if it's going to be painful, I open myself up to, because I know that that is here for my soul's ascension. And not just, again, not just for my soul's ascension, but for the ascension for others within my space, within my circle, that are here to hear what I have to say. I open myself up to it. I know that I am strong enough to be able to withstand it. And I know that I am not alone in my journey, and I'm super, 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 super blessed for even the knowledge that I'm not alone here on this journey, and that I can just be a vessel for change and growth and happiness and love and joy. Oh, okay. Hold on. I was not ready for that. Okay. Wow. Okay. And then bloodstone really works on our physical body, our physical, like the actual blood in our body, cleansing it in the root chakra. So I'm gonna add that. I don't work with bloodstone a lot, but I'm gonna put it in here because I want to. So it's so pretty. And then we're gonna bury these. Let's go ahead and bury our crystals. And this smells so good, and it's so pretty. Please let me know if you all decide to try this. Again, this is very inexpensive. It's really fun. Like maybe you're doing like an end of the year party with some friends. I know some people do like vision board parties. Maybe you could do like a spiritual bath party where everybody comes together, and you know, some person could bring a whole bunch of Epsom salt. Somebody can bring a lot of different herbs. Someone can bring essential oils. Somebody can have like a lot of affirmations already written up, or photos and stuff, because you can put like photos within here, like print stuff off and put it like at the bottom or on it, tape it on there, and you all could just bless it and do things together, some really close friends, because it's important to, of course, do this for yourself, but you don't want to be the only one that's gaining this knowledge and using this knowledge. And it's so important to have your peers around you to help you, because sometimes there's things, like I know with my friends, it's stuff that part of my healing is just speaking to somebody else about things, and I'll start talking, and then next thing you know, like I'm just saying something that I didn't even know I needed to say or to tell that person, and I didn't know I needed to say it out loud, and they just hold space for you to be able to express yourself. I have some really good friends, so, and even my spouse. So do a little spiritual bath party. It'd be super fun. You could do vision boards and stuff like that. All right, so I'm gonna cover this up. We got our crystals buried up in there, and it's infusing the mixture. I'm trying to think. We don't have a full moon coming up. We actually have a new moon coming up. I might do this for the new moon. Oh, I kind of like that. As I relax my body, the positive energy of the universe can reach me. Because this is a bath, right? So let's see. Oh my gosh, I still cannot draw with this. And this Sharpie was so good. Anyways, it's not letting me draw, but it's okay. I wrote down the intention that I needed to write down. Also wanted to add, if there's crystals that you don't, say you don't want to put crystals in the actual jar. Maybe you have crystals that can't get wet, because I am going to just dump this whole thing into a bath and let everything just go in the bath. But say you have crystals that can't get wet, or you don't want to have salt on them, you can definitely put them on the top of this, like some selenite around it, some selenite on top of it. I have some elite shungite that I'm just going to put on top of it. And yeah, that's that. But you can also put this like in another, I don't know, bowl or something, and put crystals all around it. You could write down affirmations, put this in a bowl, like a bigger bowl than this, but put it in a bowl, write down different affirmations that you have, or even different things that you want to let go of. Throw them in there next to your mixture. Put this out in the full moon, and just set those intentions. And maybe after your bath, you go ahead and you burn those papers, just signifying that you're letting go of these things, or you read them out loud as you're in your spiritual bath. There's so many different things you can do. There's so many different ways of really using this energy. And just always remember that you are the key. You are the key. You don't have to be like, I know some people in my videos are like, well, what if I do this? What if I do that? Which I definitely encourage that. Ask all the questions. But honestly, it's up to you. It's up to you. Now, of course, there's certain things that's just like, okay, yeah, don't do that. That's not a good idea. Like putting selenite in water, it's not a good idea. But as far as like, should I do this before I do the bath, or should I do that before I do the bath? Really work on following. I'm just getting these little bits of mixture that fell over. But really work on your intuition. What do you feel called to do? What do you think is the right thing to do? And know that there's no such thing. There's really no such thing. So yeah, I hope that that kind of got to somebody, because sometimes when you get too hung up in the exact how, it loses its magic, if you will. It loses its purity. It loses the true essence of what we're doing, because ultimately we hold the power. We are the keys to this. We really are. I'm telling you. And that's such a beautiful thing to know, is that we hold the key. We heal each other. We heal ourselves. And these are just things here to help us. And it's amazing that it's here. And it's a beautiful thing. We're blessed to have these things. But all in all, it's us. All in all. But I mean, the circle of life, we're all helping each other, right? Plants need us. We need plants. Yada, yada, yada. Don't let me go down that rabbit hole, y'all. Bye. So that's that, you all. Thank you so much for watching. I love y'all so much. Like, I love us, like our circle of people. Anybody who's watching, listening, I appreciate everybody. Like, legit. I really do. Yeah. Thank you all. Peace.